Hi everyone, David Zachos with Zachos Realty Design. Hey, you may be looking up and down the Gulf Coast. You're trying to find that perfect beach town, but you're just not sure where you want to end up. In this video, I'm going to share one of my favorite beach towns, and I'm going to give you an overview of the entire area, not just the beach in this particular town. You know, we've been helping relocation clients in this area for a long time. I've been a realtor for 17 plus years, and before that I was a deputy and detective. I worked for Charlotte County and Sarasota County, actually worked in the storefront in Englewood and patrolled those streets, and now we've been helping relocation clients from all across the country and across the world really end up on our Gulf Coast, and we take the time to help them from start to finish. So I'm going to focus on Englewood, and Englewood actually falls into two different counties, Sarasota on the north and Charlotte on the south. I'm going to start with Manatee Key, give you an overview there. I'm just going to give you a very grand overview of Englewood area, and I'm going to include North Englewood, the historic Englewood area, South Englewood, and East Englewood. I'm going to touch on Grove City, talk about Cape Hayes and Placida, mention some neighborhoods you probably never even heard of, then mention Rotunda West and the surrounding neighborhoods around Rotunda, and I'm going to wrap it up with Gol Cove and South Gol Cove. I'm going to go north to south. At the very north, I'm going to start with Manatee Key. Manatee Key has three beaches. Most people know about Manatee Beach. Most people know about Englewood Beach. In between the two is what's called Blind Pass Beach or Middle Beach. On the north end of Manatee Key, you've got very private states. It's actually private access with Gulfront and beachfront homes. As you move your way south along Manatee Key, you find some more modest homes, some more modest Gulfront and beachfront homes, but you're also seeing this area transition. A lot of these older homes are being updated. Some of the resorts type homes are being added. Very extravagant type homes are being added. As you move your way south towards Englewood Beach, there's a couple, like I would say, mom and pop condos, very small complexes where you could actually leave and step out to the beach, cross the little private Manatee Beach Road, which is not heavily traveled, and work your way over to the beach and to the bay. And right around the Englewood Beach area, there's a nice commercial area that's starting to get traction. You've got nice restaurants, dining, t-shirt shops, kayak rentals, jet ski rentals, and a lot of commercial activity that's starting to take place that gives you things to do. As you go south from Englewood Beach, there's a small neighborhood on the key, on the very lower tip of Manatee Key, and you can find modest homes that are not on the water but may have beach access for like $600,000. You also have canal front and Gulf front homes. The next area I'm going to talk about is the North Englewood area. North Englewood is from the Sarasota County, Charlotte County line, basically the very northern part of Englewood all the way up to Venice. Here you do happen to have a lot larger plots of land, tend to have half acre, 3/4 of an acre, many times an acre or 2 or 3 acre estates right along Lemon Bay. So it's a very nice area, tends to be private. Many of them are low line areas, so you will have to build a home up on stilts, and many of the homes are older, but you are seeing a transition. Some of the areas that are not in the flood zone, some newer neighborhoods are going in. There's also some gated communities and some retirement communities going into this area. As you work your way a little bit further south, I'm going to talk about the historic West Dearborn area. This is a commercial district that Sarasota County has committed to revitalizing. That's where my sub office was when I was a deputy. I worked right in this commercial district right off of West Dearborn in the business district and patrolled up and down there. It's a really neat area. I love this area. It has to transition a little bit. Yeah, you'll notice if you go there, the homes are older, kind of neglected. There's no HOA there, so some people do take advantage of that. But because of the money that's going in and taking place, you're starting to see transition in and around this area. So I like the historic West Dearborn area for that reason. You've got some bayfront homes right along the bay, lots of parks and recreation in this area. Moving further south from the historic area, I'm going to cross into Charlotte County, and now I'm going to talk about South Englewood and East Englewood. These are what I would say are traditional Florida neighborhoods. They were plotted years ago. The streets have been there. Many of the houses have been there. They're older homes, older neighborhood, non-HOA. You can find a very affordable home here, but you are starting to see builders buy up the vacant lots and put in new homes. Most of the time, the lots are about 1/4 of an acre, and you can find homes for $300,000 to $400,000. As we move from that area, I'm going to go a little bit farther south. I'm going to talk about the Grove City area. Grove City to me has that feeling of the historic Florida fishing town. You still see some very modest homes on extravagant, what I would say very nice deep water canals. It's been a fisherman's town for years and years. There's lots to do in this area. If you're fishing, boating, kayaking, it's a great place for that. Just south of Grove City is the Placida, Cape Hayes area. Right along Lemon Bay, you've got some very nice homes there, a lot of green spaces. There's conservation areas, so you're not going to have a lot of building in this area, but you do have some building in some of the older neighborhoods that have been there for years. A neat thing about this area is Palm Island and Little Gasparilla Island. You may not even realize that they're there, but these are neighborhoods that are out there which has the traditional Key West style homes. You can't get to them by car, but you have to take a ferry across to get there, and then you can use your golf cart, your bicycle, and you can drive up and down these roads. Many of them are direct golf front homes. You can have $3 and $4 million estates in this area, and there are also some very modest resort-style condos. From there, I'm going to mention Rotunda. This is a deed-restricted area. There's 7 different neighborhoods in Rotunda West. Many of the homes are going to be on a golf course or on a water. This area was originally developed back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. It was kind of an up-and-coming area that was supposed to be taking off, but it never really did take off. One reason is because it's isolated, and another reason is they never got their final approval for all the canal front homes to have access out to the Gulf. So that kind of snubbed the development and it died for a little bit, but it is coming back. A lot of very nice golf courses in the area, a lot of nice waterfront homes in the area. Just realize that these canals in Rotunda West do not lead out to open water. Outside of Rotunda West itself, you've got a couple other deed-restricted neighborhoods of Rotunda Heights, Rotunda Lakes, and Rotunda Sands. These are very sought-after neighborhoods by builders. I have a builder friend that builds in this area, and he told me a couple of years ago we were talking, he's like, there's probably 30 or 40 different builders that are purchasing land and building homes in this area. So you can find a very affordable new construction home in this area. The northern part of this area will be out of the flood zone. The southern part of this area may be in the flood zone, so you may want to check on that. The deed restrictions are not over the top, but it does keep the homes conforming, and I think gives you some value. I'm going to wrap it up now with the last area I'm going to talk about, with is Gol Cove. Gol Cove is a more modest neighborhood on the north side of Englewood Road. It's south of El Jobin. It's actually considered Port Charlotte by post office, but to me, I still consider it Englewood because it's south of El Jobin, the El Jobin Bridge. You know, when I patrolled Englewood, it was part of the Englewood substation. That was our area we patrolled, and it's really your closest beach is Englewood Beach. In this area, you also have some new construction taking place, mixed in with the older neighborhoods that were there and the homes that were there from the 70s and 80s and 90s. Very affordable. You can find homes for the 300s, many homes for the 300s. The last neighborhood I'm going to wrap up with, still part of that Gol Cove area, is South Gol Cove. It's different and unique in the sense that it's a network of deep water canals that all have access out to the Gulf. You've got high bridges so you can take your boat and work your way out to the harbor and out to the Gulf of Mexico. And that's what we're seeing take place here. A lot of higher-end homes are being built here from 800 to $1 million plus. People with 3-car garage, very extravagant, love boating and fishing. This seems to be a place for them. I've sold a number of homes in this area. I have a lot listed in this area, and it's something that's up and coming that people are interested in. Well, that's my overview of Englewood. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Let me tell you a little bit about us and why we help our clients. We realize some of you may not even know exactly what town you're going to end up in, so sometimes you cast a wide net. We have the patience and the expertise to help you find that perfect home. Whether it's Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, Englewood, Venice, Sarasota, to Palmetto, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for you to rule out where you're looking and realize where you want to be. We understand that. We have the patience for that. We have the expertise to guide you and answer questions. Where you want to be on the Gulf Coast of Florida, we are your trusted advisors, and we are happy to help you answer any questions you have. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.